hello to the friends. Happy August.
Yeah, what?
Can you believe?
I can't.
It's August. We're here. I am joined today by my sister, Rachel. If you've never seen her before, this is my sister. This is my mom.
Oh, I'm literally the ghost.
Yeah, Rachel's literally the ghost of Summerween, so
Come on.
you probably know this face.
Actually, I mean, it technically was under the ghost, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
But but we are here today to discuss the new Riley Sager with a Vengeance. This is kind of our annual book troop live show that we do every summer. I always invite my mom and my sister on to discuss the new Riley Sager. There's also Phoenix here, by the way, behind us. She's all up in there.
Yeah.
She's doing her stuff.
Hello to everybody already joining. How is your Saturday? Let me know. Hi, Yawn. Hello. Oh my gosh. Hi, Greta. Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Salt air. It's literally August. But hello to everybody joining us in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to oh yeah, and Rachel, your hair looks so stunning.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Rachel just got her
Really
hair
cute.
done.
It's really cute.
Isn't it stunning? So beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
She's looking like a bride more every day.
Mavis is at the apartment, so she is not here
She is-
right now. But Phoenix
She's
is here.
napping.
Yeah, another year.
But
for
Feeny Bobini's here.
Yeah, but look at Feeny. She's
Isn't she
here.
cute?
She's my girl. Okay.
No, Pumpkin,
Oh, it's
you
okay.
can stay. Don't get down. It's okay.
Anyway, before we do jump in, I just wanted to very quickly let you know, because in August we are going to be reading The Ghostwriter by Julie Clark. This is our August pick. I have announced this one, but what I haven't yet officially announced is that How to Survive a Horror Story is going to be our September book troop pick. So if you want to join us in September to read along, look at how cool.
That's really
And
cool.
Phoenix is very excited about it.
Yeah, Phoenix is
Yeah, you
so
can
excited.
hear her.
Like, this is her most anticipated book of the whole year, I think. So
It
this
has
one
to
will be
do with
coming soon.
vampires. Is that tea?
No, it's not vampires, but it is like horror. It's like haunted house
Because I'm
vibe.
saying, what is this? If it's teeth, like.
I don't know exactly,
Like
but
a
yeah,
shark.
these are
It's
our
a
next.
monster.
These are the upcoming book troop things. So very excited for those. But today we are here to discuss With a Vengeance. So I would love to know if you did read along with us this month, or if you have read the book. Maybe you can put a little train emoji in the
Oh,
chat just so I can
cute.
get a visual. If you haven't read it, or if you DNF'd it, maybe you can put a little like red heart or something in the chat just so we can get a visual. And while everybody does that, Rachel's going to do a dramatic reading of the synopsis for us. For any of you who haven't yet read the book and are just curious about it. Also, hi, Brittany.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, Rachel looks so much like Mama Gibson with the blonde. Cute. I know, and they're twinning with the black tank tops. I was
I
like, I
know.
didn't get the memo.
I know.
I did
I
not
had
get
no
the
idea.
memo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phoenix is co-hosting this time.
Yeah, she's tired.
She'll be the guest for the rest of the year. Okay, let's go ahead here and hear
Okay.
the synopsis.
One train, no stops. Deadly game of survival and revenge.
Ooh.
In 1942, 6 people destroyed Anna Matheson's family. 12 years later, she is ready for retribution. Under false pretenses, Anna has lured those responsible for her family's downfall onto a luxury train from Philadelphia to Chicago, an overnight journey of 13 hours. Her goal, question mark? Confront the people who have wronged her, get them to confess their crimes, and deliver them into the hands of authorities waiting at the end of the line.
Ooh.
Justice will at last be served. But Anna's plan is quickly derailed, no pun intended,
Yeah.
by the murder of one of the passengers.
Ooh.
As the train barrels through the night, it becomes clear that someone else on board is enacting their own form of revenge, and they will not stop until everyone else is dead. With time running out before the train reaches its destination, Anna is forced to hunt the killer in the mist while protecting the people she hates the most. Ooh. In order to destroy her enemies, she must first save them, even if it means putting her own life at risk.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wow, Riley.
Wow.
So
that
are you
was good.
intrigued?
Wow,
Or
you
what?
honestly made that sound so
Riley
interesting.
Sager,
know.
hire me.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
kidding, right?
literally hire Rachel. Wow, thank you so much. This book is as good as Rachel's dramatic synopsis.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
made it sound pretty good.
Yeah.
Right? That sounded pretty good there.
Come on.
So So wow, awesome. Thank you for that.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you for that. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Give me the
Yeah,
mic.
Rachel does so good with the dramatic readings. I appreciate it. It looks like there was a lot of people that joined in this month. I saw a lot of trains. I also saw a lot of like DNFs and a lot of like wasn't doing that to myself, which like respect.
Okay.
I do respect. And so
Okay.
I think we should just go ahead and jump into our ratings next. I would love if you could let us know in the chat what you ended up rating this book out of 5 stars. I would love to know. Or if you DNF'd, you can put that you DNF'd. That's fine. But I would love to know your rating out of 5 stars and maybe why if you want to. And then we're gonna share our ratings. I know how Rachel feels a little bit. I don't know what my mom's gonna
I
rate it yet.
definitely changed.
That's what
Oh, you
this
changed
is
since I
for.
talked to you. Okay.
Could
do
you talk to her?
No,
why you
it's just
changed?
like since I've thought about it.
Oh,
Oh, it's
Because
like
I had some time to marinate.
it had to
Yeah.
sit before you knew.
yeah.
Okay. Well then, do you want to go first or do you want to go last?
Last.
Last. Okay. Then you're up first.
Take the floor,
You're
Rachel.
up first. Let us know just a star rating and then a brief unspoilery why.
Okay. So I gave it a 3-star.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the reason why I'm giving it 3 stars is because I did give it 3 stars because I actually like was able to finish it. I thought it was like entertaining.
Give yourself.
I think he's a good writer. Like it's easy to read. Like it's like a fun thriller vibe. I did like most of the characters. There's just a couple things that like took it down a couple stars for me, but I still like had fun with it.
Okay. I'm seeing so many mixed ratings here, which is so fascinating. I think for me, I'm giving this one around like 2.5 out of 5 stars. I think it's so middle of the road for me. I just don't have any super strong feelings about this one. Like I don't love it. I don't hate it.
Mhm.
I think for me, the first half of this book was so incredibly boring
Yeah.
that I wanted to DNF so badly, but I pushed through. And then I actually think the second half of the book was the best part of it. I think the second half was way more entertaining and it actually like had a few twists that I didn't see coming that I was like, whoa, okay, maybe it was actually worth
few.
finishing. So I did like the second half better, but I still feel like this feels like not a Riley Sager book to me in some ways. It feels like he's trying to do like an Agatha Christie thing that I just don't. I think I'm personally burnt out on the Agatha Christie inspired books at the moment, but it was fine. I just don't really have any strong opinions on this one. So that's me. What about you? Big reveal.
So in the beginning, like you said about slow start,
Mhm.
you know, it really kind of was. And being not an avid reader and stuff, I really took to heart, tried to get this down and stuff.
Mhm.
I was able to listen as well as eyeball it.
Yeah, she
So,
did the audiobook for the
I
first time
loved it.
ever.
The narrator was fabulous. I liked her.
Mhm.
But yeah, I enjoyed the after the boring part in the beginning. I enjoyed the how she described all the people and really brought you into, you know, what's going on. Still, it was unraveling as to what was really going on, which I liked that part. The
Mhm.
concept of what's all behind it,
Right.
and there's, you know, some really good parts where.
What star rating you should give?
So, what do you think?
I don't know. That's what we're asking.
So somebody really cares what I think. Okay, I think
Yeah.
it's a 3.5.
3.5. Okay.
I gave it a 4 in the beginning, but
I did too.
there was things that towards the end that were really good, and other ones that, you know, why, you know.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, overall, you know, it's not for me a 5 from Riley. I'm sorry.
Oh, the first ever.
Well, I think I'm
know.
gonna. Yeah, I think so. 'Cause I think this one
Mom just hands
this
out
one's-
5s like infinity's
Yeah,
done.
I know,
Well,
I was
to
starting
pivot to
now.
pivot into this next part of it. Then, I have his full backlist sitting right here. And I would love to know, especially everybody in the chat, if you would let me know, how does this book compare to his other books, and where does it rank for you? If you have like a number order of where you would think you would rank this, or you can just let me know your top 3 maybe of the past Riley Sager books. I would love to know what's everybody's faves, because I feel like everybody has different faves, and we would love to know. Would you like to tell us? Also, yes, we do care. Everybody wants to know
What?
your
What?
thoughts.
Oh, that's. Oh,
Everybody cares.
so yeah, I thank you. Yeah, I just really do enjoy this. I look forward to this every year for sure. Riley's just brings us to the.
What are your thoughts?
So My thoughts are, I think his two worst books still are Survive the Night and Middle of the Night.
Mhm.
I think this is like a step above those.
I would agree.
Yeah.
But I think I still like House Across the Lake more than this
That
one.
one was good.
Mhm.
I know
And
Gabby
so-
hated that one, but I actually vibed with this one.
Mhm.
But I still think like Lock Every Door,
Yeah.
and Home Before Dark are his best ones, and the only one left is kind of just like in the middle there.
Yeah.
You know, like it's kind of just levitating there. But Home Before Dark and like Lock Every Door are like levitating.
Yeah, I think those are the 5.
I think those are
stars
like
for sure.
the best books.
How many have
by
we
far.
done of this?
I know we've done, I think this is our 5th Riley Sager that we've read all together for a live stream. I think. But I think we started in 2021.
Did you move out yet?
We started with Survive the Night. That was the first one we did all together, I think. Because Home Before Dark was 2020. That was before the book troop started. Ooh, it's at the bottom. I like Home Before Dark. I feel like Home Before Dark is like universally everybody's favorite
It's
from what I
so
see.
good.
My personal favorite's Lock Every Door, but Home Before Dark is definitely my number 2. So it is interesting. Like I have rarely seen people say that this is one of their top favorites.
Mhm.
It seems like even the people who love this book tend to agree that it's like not his best, but I'm intrigued to hear.
I think it's
everybody's-
because compared to like, I think like Home Before Dark is universally loved because of the writing style. Like it flashes back and forth so
Yeah.
frequently
yeah,
that it's like it's not boring.
yeah,
Versus like this one was very boring in the
Yeah.
beginning, and like Home Before Dark like gets to it like right away. It's like a
Yeah.
book within a book kind of thing. So it's like I just remember that reading experience was like so much fun.
yeah.
Like my favorite by far. And then Lock Every Door was awesome too.
Yeah.
I feel like it may not have been as awesome if you predicted the twist, but I feel like it still was a really good book. Like the characters were interesting and it was like such a good thriller in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
so interesting. See, I love
did.
how everybody's opinions are so different.
Yeah.
Like least favorite Home Before Dark, Survive the Night is my favorite. That's wild.
Okay.
Amazing. Well, I love that everybody has such different tastes. It makes it so much fun.
Yeah. That's
One of the
what it's
questions
about.
I wanted to ask is which book of Riley Sager's do you think this one with a Vengeance is the most similar to? If you
Survive
had
the
to pick?
Night.
Okay, why do you say Survive the Night?
Because it's like one night and they have to survive it.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
But obviously, like this time period is like so different than all of them, so it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to say. But I think just looking at this, like Survive the Night, probably just because of the time. Like it's like one night.
Yeah.
It's like a like escape mission kind of thing. That's the only reason I can say. But
That
I
makes
still
sense.
think like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, because I think this is Riley Sager's first like historical thriller. I mean, technically, Middle of the Night took place in like the 90s, right? So like that one's the closest to that time period, I think. Or
Yeah.
no, Survive the Night took place in the 90s too, I think. But
Yeah.
I was gonna say the one I think is the most similar is the only one left because it's about a woman who like her family all experienced this kind of traumatic thing, and then it's about how she's trying to like
Mhm.
not get revenge, but like it's about like her family's trauma from the past,
Right.
and then it's kind of like centered around her story.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of the most similar to this one, but I don't know. Do you have any thoughts?
You know, I really liked this last one here.
House Across the Lake.
Yeah. And
Yeah. I feel like that was the one we had the most different opinions
What's
about.
the one with the girls? Was it Survive the Night?
Final Girls?
Oh, Final Girls.
With the girls?
Were they camping in a camp?
Last time I
Oh,
lied.
that was the last time I
Yeah,
lied.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last time I lied.
Yeah.
I know Rachel still needs to read The Last Time I Lied.
I know
Oh, you
I've
have
read like
to.
halfway through it.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know why I just stopped randomly.
Get the voice
Yeah.
part. You can just put them, plugs in and do it.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites.
I think also too though why I think this is like Survive the Night is because to me, Survive the Night and With a Vengeance, I guess like the only one left too, but they feel the most like cinematic for some reason.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he was so descriptive with the locations of these 3 books.
Yeah.
And the characters felt so movie-like to me, like
Mhm.
cinematic, like old movie style,
Yeah.
that they kind of all have that same vibe.
Mhm.
Like big blockbuster energy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Their settings. Their
Yeah.
setting takes.
So like I feel like that's the only reason too why I compared this one to survive the night as well. But
yeah.
Well,
I
another
don't know.
question I had before we jump into spoilers is like, how did you feel about the train setting and like the historical setting? Like, did you like that this took place in like the 1940s, 1950s? And do you typically enjoy, for questions for you, do you typically enjoy thrillers that have kind of like this historical feel to them? And did this book actually feel like it took place in that time period to you?
Oh.
Yeah, so I think I actually was going into it being like, I'm gonna hate that. But I actually didn't really even notice the 1920s era that much because they weren't really like talking.
It wasn't
in that
known
era.
as that. It wasn't called from that. It's so you lost that part. Just it happened before.
Yeah,
No
I mean, I
reason
guess it's
for-
like I kind of, I think the reason why they do this, 1920s is because of the trains. Like that's an old thing, right?
Mhm.
And they can't, for the story to progress, they can't have like phones. They
Right.
can't have like whatever, right? It adds to the suspense of like being stranded, not having technology, not having internet, those kind of things.
Yeah.
So I think it adds to the eeriness, and I thought it worked for this book. I'm not a huge fan of that
Yeah.
like setting, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed it. It didn't bother me as much as I thought I would.
Yeah.
A lot of it seemed like it was filler. Some of the long descriptions of things. I can't put my finger on one, but for someone who doesn't read much, it still was. There was a lot that wasn't to his standards.
Mhm.
He could have done a little bit. I don't know. The story was good. A long version of I liked it. So
Yeah, I think I actually because I don't usually love like historical thrillers. Like it's not my top favorite, especially books that take place like before 1960. Like I usually really struggle with historical stuff.
Yeah.
Especially because, but I mean, with this one for me personally, it didn't really feel like it was very grounded in this time period, other than the fact that they would like bring up the wars a lot, and they would bring up like like the fact that they were on a train for transportation, and then like they didn't have any cell phones. Like there were things like that, but like for me, it didn't feel super grounded in like the historical time period. Like I wouldn't have even noticed if like the book had actually been taking place in like a different time period, really. But I actually did like the atmosphere of the train. I didn't realize before picking this up that this would be such a snowy, like very winter atmosphere.
I
with
know,
this
I
one.
love that.
Yeah, and I would actually recommend reading this one in the winter time because
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was going to be so
On
like
a train.
snowy, like snowy train vibes. So if you haven't yet read the book, I would recommend reading it in the winter actually.
Mhm.
But I did like the train setting more than I thought I would.
yeah,
It
it was interesting because it's not something you do
Yeah.
or are familiar with now because there's planes.
And then last question before we get into spoilery things. Did you enjoy the pacing of the book? Like, did you enjoy how it was kind of like each chapter was like a countdown of like hours that they spent on the train, and that the entire story kind of takes place on this like one night on the train? Like, did you enjoy the pacing of it, or did you find it slow?
I liked the pacing of it. I mean, I kind of liked the countdown kind of thing.
Yeah,
I did like that. I feel like the pacing though was slow,
Yeah,
but I did like the countdown vibe.
yeah, it's
felt
a
like it
way to
was-
determine what's next because it's 12 hours.
Yeah, it's
And
like it
that's
keeps
only-
giving you something to look forward to.
Otherwise, you wouldn't think it was all at one day.
Mhm.
I mean, but to be honest, not back to the dating and stuff. I read that part about how way back in the day in the beginning, but I felt connected as if it was happening now.
Mhm.
I don't know if that makes any sense because I thought they were always referring to like her dad and stuff. What was going on there, and it didn't seem like he got killed. After a while, not so. So that part, that lapse is something that I don't know if that makes sense, kind of.
Yeah, I would mostly agree that the pacing was really slow for me. I would agree with
Same.
what Rachel was saying about how like I liked the countdown aspect of it. I just wish that the pacing picked up a
Yeah.
little earlier in the story because the pacing was really dragging for me at the start of this one.
Mhm.
But eventually it picked up for sure. But yeah.
I think I felt the same way.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to DNF it. So otherwise, there was a couple of times where it's like, okay.
Yeah, they both pulled through and finished the book. So that's great.
Mm.
Okay, so now we've been talking for about 20 minutes, so I want to give us some time to jump into spoilery things and talk about all of the things with this one because there's a lot to get through. So from this point forward, we will be jumping into spoilers. So if you haven't read the book yet, this is where we part ways. Thank you so much for joining us this far into the live show. Okay, so just to jump into some spoilery things, I mean, one of the first questions that I have is, did you like following from Anna's perspective, and like how did you feel about her as a character and like her reasons for doing things? Like, did you connect with her?
Yeah, I feel like Anna is probably one of my more favorite characters out of like the Riley Sager girls. I feel like, and this is what I was telling Gabby, compared to like Middle of the Night, like she had a real reason to be doing this stuff. Like her angst and her rage was completely justified in my opinion. Like the things that she went through made her this way. And it's not even like she was a bad person. Like she actually was just getting them to get to the FBI. You know what I mean? Like she just wanted to see it in person, their faces.
What's nice too is through that, I mean, she did that throughout the book. So it kept you really connected to where it all began, you know, so that you didn't lose that momentum. And that's part of what made it so.
Yeah, I just felt like she was a completely like justified
I felt bad
character.
that she was, you know, for her. I felt like the whole time I'm just like, go girl, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know.
Yeah.
Because like if someone killed Gabby in a train and then framed my dad, you best fucking believe. I would be coming after your fucking ass, babe. Okay. You don't just get away with that. Okay.
Yeah.
And then not to mention what's his name? Seamus.
Yeah.
He had every right too. His brother was in there as well.
Yeah.
And I liked that they teamed up together and kind of pulled this revenge on them. Like that's like I fucking love that. Like let's go, siblings. Let's go. You know,
and they were
like
together the whole time. You know, I mean, on the same page. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked her. I thought she was. You know, she had a good moral compass. She wasn't a bad person. She just wanted revenge. And you know, I liked how she kept saying like I could kill them. That would be great and solve it, but it won't at the end of the day.
And that went throughout towards the end, especially, you know, which I liked because carrying that message are some of the strong points of the book.
Yeah,
you know?
I think Anna was like a good character. I don't think she was like one of my favorites from Riley Sager though. Like I feel like with Anna's character, like I understood her motive and like I felt sympathy for her with like the situation, but I still felt so like distant from her character for some reason. Like I never felt like I was like in her head the way that I felt with like other Riley Sager characters. So I think that's part of the reason why I ended up rating this book a little bit lower, is just because I didn't care as much about Anna as I wanted to. And I do think it was kind of interesting how early on we find out in the story like why she wants revenge against all these people, you know? Because like I kind of thought that was going to be something that was saved for like later on in the story, but almost right away, like after the six passengers that came on to the train, she's immediately like, this is why you're here, this is why we're doing this, is, you know. And I was like, whoa,
no build up,
it was like I was like, whoa, why is she already revealing like all of her plans? You know, it was kind of
Isn't
like
that part of the revenge is making them
making them wonder
stir.
why or like what's going on here, even though they all knew. I'm sure they all knew, but yeah, I was kind of surprised how early on all of that came into the story. I was like, wow, okay, like, and you think that would have made the pace faster, but
I think
it
maybe for some of you, that would be the part where you're going, okay, that's gonna be it, you know, and is that the twist right in the beginning? So
yeah, that too. I wanted her to be crazier. Yeah.
Well, it's the fact that she didn't want to kill him, I think, is more of a, I don't know how you feel about that, but I'm like, I've never heard anybody that didn't want to do like any harm like that. You know, I think I'm really proud of that part of her, you know, showed the kind of person she really is and why she's doing this. You know,
how did you feel about like the big cast of characters? Like, was it confusing at any point, or do you think you had a pretty good grasp on like who everybody was?
I think I didn't mind it because it's not like the other characters were that important, if that makes sense. Like, if as long as you knew that like Anna and Seamus were on the same side, and then the rest of the six were like the other characters, I feel like it was fine.
Yeah.
I feel like if there was a lot more, that I would have been confused. But like I remember I had to like distinctly go back for some of the last names like Wentworth and Matheson, for some reason my
Yeah.
brain kept being like, wait, is that Anna's dad or is this
Yeah, and when they would
Dante's
give them
dad?
nicknames constantly, I was like, bruh, like they
Like-
would call Sally or like
Sal.
yeah, Sal, or like they would give them nicknames, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, can you not give nicknames to like all six
Yeah.
of these motherfuckers?
Especially because she introduced Sal
Yeah,
from where that got created.
It was just the
Mhm.
last names that I was confused because when they kept talking about their dads, Kenneth, and then I forget her dad's name,
yeah,
I
Yeah,
had to
did
keep being like, Matheson is Anna,
mhm.
Yeah.
and the Wentworth is Dante, and that guy, look, the evil one, whatever. So, like, that was the only thing that was confusing. But the other characters, I kind of knew that I didn't really need to, like, remember their names.
Yeah, but I actually, to be honest, that's one of my biggest tabs here is because I had to keep referring back to, okay, what?
Like, who the fuck
Who?
are these
I
people?
want to make sure, are they listed here? You know, and there's
Yeah.
a particular order, especially during part of the other part of the book. But yeah, I feel the
What
same.
was your first impression about the guy Reggie that was like this FBI detective-y guy that like just happened to be like on the train? Like, did you trust him initially, or did you think he was telling the truth, or did you think he like was gonna have a bigger part in what ended up happening right away?
I feel like I don't trust any character that gets like introduced. 'Cause
Right.
I think
it's a
that-
Riley Sager book. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
think
trust.
I don't trust no man.
I think the reasons were lame.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, I fell asleep or something would probably been, you know.
I mean,
know.
I thought it made sense that he was an FBI agent, you know, like under just like on disguise kind of thing. I just think it's weird that he like randomly like popped out
Mhm.
at the time that he did. Like maybe be more discreet and just like
Especially
not
how it
show
ended.
yourself.
How it ended
Yeah.
with Kenneth and FBI, you know.
That's what I'm
did-
saying.
You know, right from the
Well,
beginning.
I was like
did it.
immediately like suspicious of him, and I was like questioning his intentions. But then the first scene that I had a like wait moment was when he like patted down Anna and he let her keep her knife
Yeah.
on her, or whatever. Then I was like,
That's right. That's a,
and I was like, like maybe
Right.
there's something more going on here. But
yeah.
I was immediately suspicious of him because it's like it's a Riley Sager book. I'm immediately suspicious of like the first man, any
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I'm like, who's that? Like,
Right.
But I knew he was like a distraction. Like Riley Sager always has like a distraction character that they want you to think is like
Especially if they already flushed out all the people.
is the
Yeah.
one killing, you know?
right.
Mhm.
Also, not this is so funny because it is so like Riley Sager to make like a red flag man love interest. That's so funny. I was gonna ask too, like, how did you feel about Dante and like this romance happening between Anna and Dante throughout the story? Like, did you care? Were you invested, or were you like, who the fuck cares
I
about
don't
this?
think I was invested in the romance, but I definitely thought it made it more interesting that it was like Dante showing up instead of her dad. And then
Yeah.
it's more interesting that they had history because I
Yeah.
feel like it kind of threw off her game a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
And she wasn't as like guns blazing as she wanted to be, and it kind of like made her tweaking or whatever. But
Mhm.
I don't think I cared about their love story. I actually was more invested in Anna and Seamus, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like their whole fucking love story ish. Like I know she didn't like him,
Mhm.
but like when he revealed to her that he was sick and like he really loved her, I just like my heart fucking broke.
Yeah, it hit some emotion.
That was the
beats
only
for you.
thing that like actually got me invested. And like when he jumped off the train, I like cried.
Yeah.
Because I just thought
Sheesh.
that was so like it's just sad. Like
So you were more
he-
invested in Seamus and
yeah,
Anna's
like
history than
his
Dante.
brother dies and he's like trying to get revenge and he loves Anna and he like wants to do this with her and then he's like sick and he's gonna die and he killed that other guy, right?
Mhm.
But then he ended up giving the other guy his medicine for muscle spasms to stop the heart attack.
Yeah.
Right.
And then to, you know, keep her sane, he like has to jump off because he wants her to like continue this journey. And that was sad.
Yeah. That's pretty. That's a
Like his whole story was just like really meek. You know what I mean? Like that's just depressing.
Mhm.
Because like Anna gets her, not her happy ending, but she gets her story completed. And like I just feel bad that he
Vengeance.
like didn't get that,
Yeah.
you know, like closure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How do you feel about?
I pretty
them?
much feel the same way. You know, I feel like it was,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Without,
Yeah, Anna's part of the reason he threw himself off the train. It wasn't just the illness. She crushed his heart.
Mm-hmm. It was so
Yeah.
sad.
Also, I listened to the audiobook and I'm pretty sure they were saying Seamus, if I'm remembering correctly, right? On the audio, I'm pretty sure they said Seamus, but I could be wrong.
It's Seamus?
I don't think it's
No,
Seamus.
I
I'm pretty
read
sure it's
it-
Seamus.
I wasn't sure. So when you started saying the
I'm
word,
gonna Google this.
I'm like, okay,
No,
what
because
is it?
I listened to it on audio and I'm pretty sure it said Seamus because I thought, oh, what a strange name. Like I've never heard the name before.
Yeah. same.
But I'm pretty sure it was, but could be wrong.
I don't know. Let's just hear Google pronounce it.
Yeah. I also I didn't really care for
It says pronounced Seamus.
Seamus.
That's,
Oh, did they say Seamus?
No way, dog.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to the audiobook, so I don't know.
I mean, that's how I envisioned it.
Seamus.
Okay, cool. Then I just made that up then.
Wow, dog.
Okay, it's an Irish name, Seamus.
Okay, I mean,
Good to know.
that's kind of cool too. But
It is a
okay, well,
unique name.
Seamus, I felt bad for his story.
Yeah.
It made me really sad.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't really care much at all about Dante and Anna's history. Like, I agree that it made it more interesting that they did have history.
Mhm.
Like, I liked that there was something they were drawing from with and he was her weak spot, I guess, out of everybody on that train. So I think it was interesting that they had history. I just didn't care as much about it as I wanted to. And I'm literally in such a romance mood right now, so I wouldn't have minded a good romance in this book. I just didn't care about them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a romance. That's not the problem. It's just I wanted more, I guess, from that. But I also think Seamus and Anna, they had interesting, I liked the story of their friendship and I liked how it seemed like it was always something more for him than it was for her. But yeah, that scene was pretty heartbreaking when things weren't going to work out for them. But yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so getting more towards the ending and some of the reveals, were you expecting Kenneth to be on the train the entire time? And then also, how did you feel about the reveal when we find out Kenneth is actually the father of her brother?
Oh, that was
how was
intense.
that?
It all made sense after that.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
felt like, of course, right? It's revenge, it's family ties. All of this makes sense to
Yeah.
me. And the fact that he didn't even know that Tommy was going to be on the train is actually insane.
Yeah.
No, I didn't predict him to be there. For some reason, I thought that Kenneth was just maybe going to be there at the end, once they landed, or
once they got to
stopped.
Chicago.
Yeah, and they're there, and he has a whole thing, and he doesn't get arrested or some shit. I thought that, but him being on the train the entire time, I was like, why couldn't Reggie hide then? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I don't know if I trust that Dante and his dad didn't have some kind of
Right. That's what I'm that's what I was thinking. They're in works together, but it made sense too, how these people died because no one knew. And I'd like to know where the heck he was staying.
Just
during
creeping
this whole
around.
thing.
Well, he was
Nobody
in the pit,
knows.
right? Or he was in the front with the driver, with the train driver,
Oh, yeah.
conductor.
And
or
that was
whatever.
a good one too. How'd you know? I mean, if you really looked back and that he would know everything about the train. I just didn't know he was still connected to it.
Yeah.
I felt like he was. It's something that happened in the past.
Mhm.
I didn't realize it was something that he's still being in charge of the train and that kind of stuff. So
I was definitely shocked though. I feel like I should have seen it coming, but at the same time, because when they revealed that the mom, he was her first love or whatever,
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
was pretty-
oh, and I don't know why I didn't predict it then.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it just kept going, and I love a good family twist. I feel
Yeah.
like family twists are one of my favorite. I'm like, oh, because
Yeah.
that's a gut punch.
Yeah.
that
So
was-
it was. I don't know. I didn't expect it. Surprisingly.
I know. I don't know why I didn't anticipate this twist coming because it's
Yeah.
I feel like this twist is as old as time where it's oh my god,
He's the father.
he's actually the
I
father.
know.
Whatever. That would make I feel like I
know.
should have anticipated this, but for some reason I didn't. So I actually was really surprised by that one, and then Kenneth actually being on the train, I was surprised by
Yeah.
that, and I think this was the most shocking moment of the book for me, and the part where I felt the most glued into the story. This
Right.
was the scene where I was just whoa, watching it all unravel was really entertaining
Yeah.
for me, and it was the part where I cared the most for
And
me
she's,
personally.
she's connecting the dots too. I think was real interesting because everything was starting to really make sense to her. Why there was vengeance and what was going on with her
Mhm.
dad, you know, and mom,
Yeah.
you know.
Also, yeah, I was thinking the same thing because I was like, what does this mean for Dante and Anna, like siblings?
I know that was I had to think that I'm listening to the end of like the last chapter in the car.
Yeah.
So
Sucks for her.
you know,
Well, I was like,
I'd
her
have to
brother
get-
and her boyfriend
I
shared.
know. I'm like, oh my god, is it what I think? Oh, that's just so now they're friends forever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's valid.
Whatever.
That's valid.
Mm.
Yeah,
Which is-
I think for me, the reason why the ending of this book, some of it just didn't work for me was because I don't know about y'all, but I was getting so sick of the like fake deaths or whatever,
Yeah.
or the like, oh, we thought they were dead, but they're actually the killer behind everything, or oh, we thought like I swear there was at least 3 characters that like we had thought that they died,
Yeah,
and then they
I
like
thought
came
for
back.
sure.
I was like, what?
That's
It was
neat.
just getting so convoluted.
Especially
I was
when
like,
you're finding out they really, you know,
yeah,
one was faking it.
yeah, so like I did struggle with the ending of this in that sense. It was just starting to feel like it was like, really? Like I was like, really? Like I'll buy it once, okay? If you're like, oh my god, we thought they were the first death, and then they come back at the end, I'll be like, okay, cool. Like I don't love that, but okay, cool. But then when it happens like 2 or 3 more times, I'm like, dude, do you think I'm an idiot?
I think that was the fillers when it got into stuff, you know, made it go there.
yeah.
Or part of the part where you are kind of like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Also, you had a good point that you mentioned when, because like, you know, that moment where Anna thinks that she sees her brother on the train,
Mhm.
and that's kind of like where a chapter ends, where it's like, oh my god, Tommy's alive, and it's
Yeah.
her brother on the train. You had a good theory for like what could have happened there, because I was gonna ask like, was there any point in the book that you made theories about like what could be happening on this train?
I thought it was gonna go paranormal.
I know, like, what if it went in a paranormal direction and like her brother's ghost like
Yeah,
came back
all
to
of
like
the ghosts.
yeah, like all the ghosts that
like
these people
Seamus'
had
Oh,
fought.
brother,
that would
too.
have been good.
Yeah, like all the ghosts came back to like get revenge on these people, and we're trying to
Mhm.
take them out one by one. So it's like you think it's like a person.
And I
Riley-
thought there was gonna
but-
be like a really like depressing like moment with like her ghost dad. Like I thought it was gonna go there at the end.
Yeah. that's true.
Yeah,
Like her whole family.
and because it wouldn't be the most far fetched,
And then they're gonna be like,
oh,
oh, and then at the end you find out that Anna's dead because the train like crashed or some bullshit. I don't know. I thought it was gonna
Anna's been dead this whole time.
yeah, Anna actually died a while ago.
Yeah, you know, I think if the ghost like it could have been cheesy, but it also could have been great,
Yeah, if it was done right, I think it could have been really good.
You should be a writer.
right? Like I think that would have been fun to see like the ghost coming back to like get revenge on the people.
That would have been good.
But I don't know, did you think like her brother was actually alive like when she saw the brother, or were you like, she's hallucinating?
I thought she was hallucinating, but it's
Yeah,
even
that's what I
creepier that she
thought.
saw it on Dante because that's actually his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that page marked, you know, like underlined, like what? This is something that's a
Yeah.
definite
Oop.
twist.
Yeah, right? Would have been fun. That would have been
I
fun.
think it was. Those were some of the good moments.
Yeah, I was
You know,
actually
it
thinking
make
her
you
brother
think.
didn't. Yeah, Sydney, you're right. Vampire's gonna save this. Zombie
Especially all the
Tommy.
blood.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
And I
there
would
was a
have
lot of
loved a
blood.
ghost, right? I think it would have been fun. I mean, it could have been cheesy. I don't know if I trust Riley Sager to pull that off, but it could have been cool. I think it would have been more interesting than what he ended up doing.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, fucking alien could spice things up, right? Like Reggie's actually an alien. Plot twist. Also, I saw Jan commented. Okay, yeah. How did you feel about this at the very end?
I hated that.
When they were like, "Oh, Anna." After the train, you know, after she gets off the train, they're like, "Would you like to become an FBI
Oh,
agent
yeah.
and be the first woman FBI agent in like the 1950s?" Like, how did you feel about that ending?
I think
I
it's a
feel
little
like,
much. Did you ever think about it? Not come with me.
I feel like back then, it's ridiculous because even now, they don't just ask people to be an FBI agent.
Well, yeah, like you need
Like,
to have some
you-
prerequisites.
Like,
for
holy
that.
shit. I know, but like,
Right.
you need to do tests. You need to do like, there's so many things you need to do
Right.
before you just get offered a job. But let alone like,
They didn't work with her long enough to know. How
but like,
much and what
she's
she
a
did.
woman. Back then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
offering a woman a job,
Yeah, with no credentials really. Or,
like, I love the optimism, right?
Yeah.
I'm here for
I
that.
know at first I was like,
But-
oh my god, slay. And then I was
Was
like,
that at
no.
the end you think he did just to bring you girls into the moment to make sure he made point of that, you know?
Yeah, like
I
it,
don't-
it felt a little too like reaching.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
something.
like I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But,
I appreciate the gesture.
But like, let's be real here.
It did feel silly. It did feel silly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not till you bring things up that I'm remembering exactly.
It just felt a little it felt like a little like he didn't know how to end it.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. So
yeah.
he geared it towards women being happy because she was
And like I'm happy she got,
Recognized
you
to
know,
do
like
something.
one good thing, I guess.
Right.
But still.
Also, Jan mentioned them fighting on the roof of the train 60 miles per hour in a
yeah,
snowstorm.
like ninja.
I would like a visual for this.
I
Kind of
was-
like Survive the Night where you're like,
Well,
well,
that's
did
what I
that lady carry that 50
Well, that's what I mean. Like, there's some
150-pound whatever
Yeah.
the hell.
there's
You
some
have to
moments
use
like
your
that that are
imagination.
like, okay, you got to suspend your disbelief to believe that
Yeah.
that could be a thing. The kids
It
subway
was-
surfing in New York City. Oh, so funny. Yeah.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh my God, I can't believe she's doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, we need the graphic
Gosh.
novel adaptation so we could see that.
but I like how they were delivering that message. I mean, it really did, it did
Yeah.
bring me into that moment. Like, oh God, how would you, by the description of the cold and all the elements and stuff really played a big part as to,
Yeah.
you know,
So was there anything about the ending like that you had predicted that didn't end up happening? Or like did you see the book going in any other direction? Or like did you have anything that you were thinking like, oh, this could happen at the end that you were looking forward to that never ended up happening? Or
Just the ghost stuff.
yeah, just in general, like you thought there would be more paranormal shit at the
Yeah.
end.
I was hoping it would go there.
Yeah.
I don't lean that way because I don't do paranormal. which
Like my
sounds
favorite
like
book
it
is
might have
Home
been
Before
interesting.
Dark.
Yeah.
So I was hoping it would get there.
Yeah.
Riley, you got some good information here.
Mhm.
If you added a little here and there's, you know.
Yeah, for a moment I thought the brother never died and he was the one killing them, but I thought how ridiculous because it's been 12 years. Yeah, I mean, do you think that would have made the book stronger if the brother had actually somehow, like, they never found a body and the brother, like, didn't actually die?
No.
And then he somehow hid for, like, 12 years and came back to start killing people? Like, do you think
Yeah.
that would have been better or, like, cheesy?
Cheesy.
I don't know.
Cheesy
Kind of a
because
stretch.
I would have felt like that shit if you just like hid from your sister and let her go through all this
Mhm.
by herself.
Right. Also, I hope not.
The series.
Because, like, do you think Anna is going to be, like, a detective in there? He's going to write
Oh, yeah,
a sequel
no.
with, like, Anna as a detective in, like, the 1960s.
I don't think
or
so
something?
because nobody really seems to like it.
Because if so, though, if you didn't know it, it might be real interesting, but I don't think so.
I freaking hope not.
From a career standpoint, why would you do that?
Or
I
a
mean,
movie.
I feel like he could because this is, like, one of his first characters, right? That's, like, a detective that he could, like, use her as, like, another story. But
Yeah, but
I would not read a sequel. I would
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I have no interest.
Yeah.
If the
I-
brother stayed away for 12 years, I would have hated him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have really burned the book. Because again, you see your sister suffer so much and then you would just hide. I know, but what if Anna knew? You know, what if Anna knew that Tommy was alive and she was just like, we're gonna trick all these motherfuckers?
Yeah. There's a
Like,
lot
it
of
could
ways.
have.
but then what would be the motive?
Because her parents, right? But her parents only died because they thought Tommy died, right?
Exactly. So like
Hmm.
Tommy would just like let all this happen.
Yeah, so it would really unravel everything.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I wouldn't read a series from Riley Sager. Me either. And I'm not a big series reader in general. So, I mean, he could do a series. I just don't think anybody wants a series. So, interesting. Okay. Well, that kind of answers my next question, but one of my last questions for this live show is like, will you read more from this author in the future? And if so, where do you think he could go next? Or what would you like to see from Riley Sager in the future?
Want to see some kind of alien book,
Ooh,
like some kind of like paranormal alien thing. I think that'd be cool. And obviously, we're gonna read Riley Sager because we do this every year.
I think,
Yeah.
I was going to
And
say,
I
yeah.
still like Riley Sager, even in his worst book.
sorry, I'm eating on ones.
Oh, so sorry.
Even
No
in his worst book, he's still a captivating writer. Like,
Yeah.
even if I didn't like it or like enjoy the characters or whatever it was, his writing is still such a good, quick-paced book that like I'll always read it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a reader, but I always look forward to his books. So being
You
able
are
to
a
read
reader. You read it.
Yeah, I know, but I said not a like.
You actually
like,
read all those.
Yeah, you
I
read
know.
all these. What do you mean?
I know.
You're a
I
reader.
certainly surprised myself. I don't know, but yeah, I just think that I look forward to doing this every summer, you know, and actually reading something together, buddy read, you know. So, and I like we don't talk about it, although it probably would be nice to really get that out there before. But yeah, I think it was all in all, it's up. But
Yeah,
it's not the 5. So.
I hope something's more like in the 80s.
Yeah, I would
Like
love
an
like
80s like alien thing.
yeah.
That'd be pretty dope.
like-
I liked Middle of the Night.
And
I just didn't
middle
like
of the night vibes. Just more leaning into like the Stranger Things of it all,
or
you
like
know?
Home Before Dark, where like it takes place now, but like it reflects back to the 80s or something. Like
Yeah.
that would be kind of cool. Like
Yeah, I'd be down to see him do another like haunted house type of thing, kind of like Home Before Dark, but like different vibes.
Mhm.
I'd be into. I think an alien horror would be such a fun idea.
yeah,
Something like maybe like Nope, like Jordan Peele kind of a feel, but like in a book. I'd be very into that.
Especially if he can write it to make it, you know.
Yeah, I want Riley Sager to go back to writing some more like supernatural, creepy things because I feel like he really started his career with like The Last Time I Lied was like spooky, you know, and then Lock Every Door, spooky vibes, Home Before Dark, spooky, and then ever since I'm like, where are the spooky vibes?
Yeah,
you know, it's like he really like went off and did a lot of different things, which I think is great. Like I love an author that's very versatile, but I would love a more spooky Riley Sager book for the next one. I think, yeah.
I look forward to
A real
no matter
horror book
what,
would be
you
fun.
know.
that's why I liked The House Across the Lake. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good
I'm
one.
not
Yeah,
gonna
no,
say-
no
I'm not gonna
spoilers.
say anything
No
about it,
spoilers
but
for the other ones.
I do feel like The House Across the Lake was very like
It satisfied that itch a little
It was
bit.
fun.
Was that the one we did last year?
no, it was like a year or two ago.
Which one did we do last year?
The only one left?
Last year was
Oh.
middle of the
Middle of the
night.
night, and then the only
Yeah.
one left. I think
yeah,
House Across the Lake was before that. Before those two.
they were all good. I mean,
I think Survive the Night is like just the one I really didn't.
I think
enjoy.
he changes his location.
Yeah.
You know, that's where he basically evolves. Like, this is a train. Who's done a train before? You
Right,
know.
lots of people, I'm sure.
Oh, but I mean, writing.
Yeah, for
At
him,
least-
for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think an early 2000s backdrop would be so fun. I'd be here. A haunted hotel, that's a genius idea.
Yeah.
A haunted ship or a boat, I'd be into it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. I'd like a horror book from him. Me too.
Or
Me too.
cruise.
Haunted Carnival, yawn, that's genius.
Now you get into spooky.
Teenagers.
Something that happened
Yeah.
in October, Halloween time, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or what if he did one with that was like the glitch in the Matrix type vibes?
Yeah.
You know,
that would
like
be
the
fun.
unexplained,
Like creepypasta.
Ooh.
like
okay.
things you can't, like,
That's a stretch.
you know, like, oh, like the parking lot was full, now it's not in like 2
Mhm.
seconds, like whatever. Like something that starts making the character like lose its footing a little bit. Oh, I would love
Exactly.
that. Love
Also,
that.
yes, Deidre said, Mom, quantity doesn't matter. You're a reader because you're reading.
Oh, thank you.
Exactly. You're a
Thank
reader,
you.
certified reader.
I know. I just have this one here.
Well, yeah,
You
but
should
don't
see all
compare
the
yourself to
books.
me. Like,
I know.
this is.
Dude, get
reading.
it
But I feel I
bookworm,
should.
okay?
I feel I
I'm
should
insane.
read more. I feel I should read more.
Yeah, but you're still a reader.
Yeah.
You know, you are a reader.
Yeah. I
Um,
do enjoy it. It's just like I can't sit. I don't know if I need drugs for that. But I can't sit. I don't know if it's a hyper thing, but I'm always
Yeah.
gotta be busy doing something. And if
But that's why
Like I said,
audiobooks are good. They help.
I really enjoyed that. If I can say again,
Yeah.
I was able to read and drive at the same time.
They're turning The House Across the Lake on Netflix. Serious?
What?
Are
Oh,
you for
really?
real?
I
Oh
haven't
my.
heard if any of his stuff is actually like getting adapted or not.
Dude,
But that would be great.
But the other thing is too, all of these, can you, when you've read them and stuff, do you have a person that they're playing, or you just envision an, unique imagination, or
Well,
do you
did you
think?
fan cast in your head for this?
No, that's what I'm saying. No.
Because Rachel did, right?
I did.
Who'd you picture?
I pictured like So for Anna, I was picturing Ana de Armas because Anna. And then since it was like old school, I was kind of thinking of like Henry Cavill as like Dante for some reason.
Ooh.
Like that older, like, you know, classy and suit vibes. I forget what movie Henry Cavill did where he like looks like that. But I was just picturing that for some reason.
Yeah.
And
Who was Seamus?
Seamus, I was picturing the guy from the Grand Budapest Hotel for some reason. I think it was because she said he was dressed like kind of like a bellboy or like, you know, working the train or whatever. So
Right.
for some reason my brain went there like, oh, like old and like, you know, the uniform, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, just random.
That's fun.
Those are the only 3 characters I pictured in my head because those were the only 3 that were like really ever.
And I think if you do that for at some point, you know, in the beginning, then you feel more connected because it's like you're seeing their face and their whole, you know, or you're also casting it for whoever's going to make the movie, you know.
But I
Yeah.
did
These are
like how
ideas.
visual this book felt. Like I did feel like I was watching a movie. Like I could really picture it. And maybe it was because it was one setting,
Yeah.
but it just felt very like cinematic to me in that way. I think that's why like The Only One Left and Survive the Night also felt like that. Just felt really big movie like. I can't explain that, but
Yeah, it was like cinematic.
yeah.
Cinematic. I think that's a good word
Yeah.
for it.
Well, awesome. The final question that I have, the final one for this live show is going to be like, do you have any books, movies, or TV shows that you would compare this book to that you're like, oh, if you liked this, you might enjoy this thing? Especially in the chat, if you have any recommendations. The only book, I mean, besides like, you know, Agatha Christie and like Murder on the Orient Express and like And Then There Were None, you know, like the Agatha Christie stuff is very obviously inspired, I think, by this. But one that I thought of was Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. This is actually one that we did read all together for the book troop, like the 3 of us, a few years ago. But this one reminded me of the book just because this is a similar situation where like people are getting picked off one by one and you're trying to figure out what's actually going on. But this one is like 10 times better in my opinion. And it's like island vibes, Halloween vibes, creepy
I
family
think
vibes.
when you're it's that you're connected to that because you get really excited when you know that's something and that's what was missing from the train.
Yeah, well, this is the only Agatha Christie like retelling that I've really loved. I feel like everything else I've read that's Agatha Christie inspired, where people are getting picked off one by one, and it's like a whodunit. Usually, I get so burnt out and so bored on those kinds of books. But this one was so fun, and I feel like it had a really refreshing and unique twist that I didn't see coming. So I would recommend that. But do you have any thoughts, like any movies or TV that you would compare this to?
Not really.
I know I was thinking, I haven't seen Snowpiercer, but I know like that's one that involves like a train, it's snowy, like maybe something like
I
that.
guess.
But
I don't usually watch train 1950s.
yeah, this is not my
This is not my niche.
It's not my
If
familiar
anybody's
niche.
ever ridden in a train, you feel that part. I think that's where I've connected, but the rest of it, you know, I know it's interesting, but I don't find that was.
Yeah, I guess Knives Out is a good one.
Yeah.
I know that was.
Yeah, because Knives Out is very like whodunit, you know, like people getting picked off kind of thing. Yeah, I think Daisy Darker.
Oh yeah, and Ana de Armas.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Harper's Island. It's a miniseries. Okay, I have definitely heard about Harper's Island, but I have not seen it. Oh yeah, Bullet Train, but in a different font. I love that. I think Bullet Train is a great movie. If you haven't seen it, it's the one with Brad Pitt, right?
I do like that movie.
And Aaron Taylor Johnson.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, Knives Out and Glass Onion. Those are definitely like kind of inspired by the Agatha Christie vibes too. Cool. Well, I'm glad we're all in agreement there. Ooh, The Mummy, specifically a little part set in train. Yeah, I don't watch or read a lot of things that take place with trains. I would also maybe recommend, there's this book called Whistle by Linwood Barclay that I read during Summerween, and that one has a train on the cover too, but it's not like, it doesn't take place on a train, but it takes place in this little town where this boy finds a train set that's like haunted and it's like spooky ooky, and then people in the town think they can hear a train whistling at night, and like they think they feel a train, but there's no train in the town. Oh, that was like one of my favorite books that I read during Summerween. I gave it 4 stars. Really liked it. It's called Whistle, and that one's like the only other train thing that I think I've really liked. So yeah. Also, yeah, Everyone on This Train is a Suspect. That's a great recommendation. I don't think I've read. I can't remember if I read that one yet. That one's the sequel to the other one. Snowpiercer is why I don't feel an urge to watch Mickey 17, but Parasite is like a top 5 movie.
You need to watch
Wait,
Mickey 17.
Wait. Okay, I haven't even seen Snowpiercer yet, so like I don't know, but Mickey 17, it's god tier. It's one of my top favorites.
Good.
It's one of my top favorites. Also, yes, Train to Busan. I don't know why I didn't think about that for a train
Because
because
it's a zombie.
it's a zombie movie, but Train to Busan is a great one. It's a great one. I feel like
Sounds
zombie
like-
horror.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what you were looking for anyway.
Yeah,
we
I
were
need Riley
talking
Sager to write a zombie horror.
Walking Dead.
Yeah. Well,
kind of over the zombies. I feel like there's no other way to do it.
yeah. I mean,
how do you describe them?
yeah. I would be
It's just
curious
like
about Riley Sager's
more of
take
a-
though on a zombie book. Could be fun. Anyway, do you have any final thoughts, deep concerns, anything you needed to get off your chest before the end of this live show?
No.
No, I'm looking forward to Rachel getting married.
Oh.
We're getting, I mean, that's my brain right now. It's mostly been, details, but, it's August now. So,
Yeah, it's next month.
I mean,
she's getting married.
the
next
calendar
month.
is
That's crazy.
right around the block here. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's gonna be a busy time in this house for the
Yeah.
next 2 months.
very
Beautiful.
beautiful time.
So yeah, we
Totally.
have much to look forward to. Hopefully, if Riley Sager, releases a book that sounds interesting next year, hopefully we'll be back again next year. I mean,
What if
it's
he
a-
doesn't?
I know if it's a sequel for With a Vengeance, then I don't think
Uh.
that's gonna happen. And we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. But I love doing these live shows.
Yeah.
all
Oh,
of
me
us
too. I
together.
look forward
I
to
think
it.
it's very fun.
Do you
Um,
like them?
Yeah, congrats!
Oh,
Congrats! Next
you.
month. I know, can you believe? Dude, this
you.
wedding has been in the works for like ever, and it's already next month. So
And then you're still wondering, what did I miss?
that's
You know.
crazy.
But
Also,
Rachel's very good at this.
just a friendly reminder. If you missed the start of this is what we're reading for August, The Ghostwriter by Julie Clark. Also, just a heads up, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize this audiobook is only available on Audible.
Oh,
I'm awful. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that. So just a heads up, if you need more time to read it physically without the audiobook, this one is only available on Audible. So I'm probably not going to be getting the audiobook myself because I'll just read it physically. But just wanted to let you know, this is our August pick. We'll probably be having a live show at the end of this month or early September. And then How to Survive a Horror Story is going to be our September book troop pick. Very exciting.
and that's
very
really
good stuff. Yeah, very cool sprayed edges. This is one that it leans a little bit more horror. And it sounds like it's gonna be a fun time. So this will be our read for How to Survive a Horror Story. So that'll
a
be
clue.
our September pick. So I hope you can join us this upcoming week. I think my Patreon's gonna be voting for the October book troop pick. So that will soon be information that I'll have available. And once that one gets selected for sure, I'll post on the book troop Instagram to let you know our locked in next 3 picks. So yeah, that is going to be a wrap on this live show. Thank you so much to both of
Yeah.
you for joining me and for reading along with us this month.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you to you watching this. Thank you
Yeah.
for reading along and hanging out with us on this lovely Saturday. It's a charming Saturday.
Mm.
We're
And
having a good one.
yeah, hope it's a great day. Hope you have a great rest of your night. We will see you later.